Could you describe a little? I believe that isn't ICA India still located there?
Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
you describe 13 Sankli Street a little bit?
13 Sankli Street is a Methodist church, and upstairs it's a compound. So there's a big fence around this church and a little bit of space around it. And then in the wings and upstairs and behind the church building itself are various premises for clergymen and other church-related people. And in Bombay, housing is so scarce. It's impossible to find housing in Bombay. So the church always has to fight people off who want to move into the compound. And maybe one person will come and live in the compound for a little while, and then two more will join from the same family. And it's just always huge fight for living space. Well, somehow our relationship with the then Bishop Joshi, somehow got us into this spacious flat in 13 Sankli Street. This was in 1970, maybe 70 or 71, or 72. And ever since then, this space has been with the Institute. And anyway, it's a very nice, it could be a very nice place, except that both before us and during the Institute stay, there were always way too many people living per square inch in those premises, and so it never felt like a really comfortable place to live. There's always too many people around, and of course only walls. The walls never went up to the ceiling. You always just had sort of a little partition between you and the next people.
Yeah, the rather spacious rooms were carved up into cubicles for couples and single people, so you had these partial walls and curtains that really didn't do the privacy job too well.
My parents came to visit us and stayed there with us over for Christmas one year. And they were in their retirement years. Dad was already suffering from Alzheimer's, and Mom and Dad had to share a single bed behind one of these curtains. And it was amazing. Mother came out the first morning just covered with bed bug bites, and loved being there. Just loved being there with us. But the bed bugs really got to her, and so we had a major spraying operation that day. From somewhere, we found a chicken that we could have for Christmas dinner, and there were quite a few people around, of course. But somewhere, we scrounged up a chicken so that Mother could make a chicken dinner for us for Christmas that year in 13 Sankli Street. And one of my most vivid memories is of coming home after days of visiting people to raise money for our work. And my daughter would be standing at the railing at the front, which is right above the church. So the railing, the balcony and the railing right there. And she'd be standing on a chair and leaning over it and waving at all the people going by on Sankli Street. And she'd be 3 years old or 4 years old or something, 2 years old.